What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today is December 26, 2024, Boxing Day, and I have a PSA return. So we have some Chronicles of Arcane, we have some UFC cards, we have some Pokemon, maybe one Pokemon card, a hockey card, and a whole bunch of MetaZoo. But we're going to save the MetaZoo till the end, because there's some bangers that are so crazy, I don't think I'll ever have a crazier PSA return as far as a MetaZoo card goes ever again, but you'll see at the end. But to start, Chronicles of Arcane, slash and away MetaZoo, we got Argos, the pre-release card. Argos Arcane Seeker. Maybe the best promo card in all of MetaZoo, even though it's not a MetaZoo card. Crazy. Got a PSA 8. Escaped Alien has a PSA 9 of this card. These are the only two that are graded by PSA. So, that's insane. And it's Argos. He lives. And then also from Chronicles of Arcane, I just had to get this. I mean, if you like dragons, holy crap. Aeronus Tempest Dragon. I mean, that is insane. Anyways. Oh, we got some Dragon Ball Super as well. Oh, we'll save that one. They're in the wrong order. Okay, wait. That was the crazy one. I guess we just spoiled it. Whatever, they're all PSA 10s because Dragon Ball Super grades really well. So this is the very first promo card ever to exist for Dragon Ball Super. And my favorite character, Vegeta. Very nice. This card is the very first card I ever pulled out of a box that someone got for me for a present. So that's insane. Oh, still in the wrong order. And then last Christmas, so a year ago, I pulled these two cards. Yeah, they're all PSA 10s. So this is a special rare of Gogeta. And if you know Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z, I should say, you know exactly who this is. And this is the secret rare. The only secret rare I've ever pulled out of anything. Hopefully my lighting can do it justice. The amount of gold on this card, especially in this area right here. Let's see, I'm just going to adjust my light. I don't think it does it justice. When you look at it in person, it looks insane. Oh, maybe that catches the light properly. But I mean, despite the craziness of the card, like, oh my goodness, the texture and everything. This is a badass man right there. Crazy. And then next, from like just over a year ago, August 2023, I pulled this card. When Obsidian Flames came out, the Gold Charizard. PSA 10. Very nice. And then if you collect hockey cards, especially Tim Hortons hockey cards, you know how crazy this card is. PSA 10. Very nice. Gretzky, Ovechkin. If you know hockey, that's crazy. And the holographic on this card is pretty nice. Anyways, let's get to the UFC cards really quick. If you want to invest in a good rookie card in many years from now, you want Raul Rosas Jr. Absolutely bonkers. So this card's serialized out of 199. This is insane. This is a 1 of 1 in the sense that this is the only PSA 10 of this variation of the card. So it's serialized out of 99. But it's the premium box set, which is not easy to get these cards. And yeah, look at that design or holo on it. Crazy. And then we have his orange card, also serialized out of 99, PSA 10. And then the refractor. So it's kind of like Topps Chrome, but this is Prism, so it's a Prism Silver. And all these cards are from Prism. If you know sports cards, you know Prism. Logo's right up there, Prism. So that's a silver refractor. Very nice, very shiny. And then we got the undercard Prism, so it's kind of like a confetti pattern. Really cool. And if you know anything else about UFC, you know who this is. The most popular guy in UFC right now, Alex Pereira. So these are his rookie cards from Prism as well. So Ruby Red Wave, PSA 10. All these cards from UFC that I'm showing right now are PSA 10s. Look at that pattern on it. The holo, pretty cool. And then you got the Blue Wave, PSA 10. So pretty cool. Pretty nice. And then the silver. Anyone that collects sports cards knows that Prism Silvers are very sought after as far as rookie cards go. And then the cracked ice. Very nice. Okay, we're on to the MetaZoo cards. We kind of got through all that pretty quick. Now, for what most people watching this video came to see. So, from the Hello Kitty Premium box set, so you would get this card. I bought this separately. This wasn't part of my submission, so I had the PSA 10 already of this card. Maybe the best card in all of Hello Kitty, as far as artwork goes. Really cool. So there's 2 other cards that come in the premium box set, so this is one of them. I just sent them all in. Well, except for this one, because I already had that one. So I sent this one in, got a PSA 6. Nothing too crazy. But this one got a 10, so that was cool. And I like this one better than this one as far as the artwork goes. But yeah, Chromie with Mothman Popcorn. How crazy is that? Okay. Now we're on to Headless Horseman. Now, why did I send in a random Headless Horseman that got a PSA 6? And why is this special to me? Well, when I opened up a God Pack, this was in the God Pack from Nightfall. It graded PSA 6, whatever. Headless Horseman. I'll always keep it because it was from the God Pack. When I sent it in, I should have got the word God Pack in the label, but at least I have it on video when I opened it. And the very first card in the God Pack was Jack Frost. And he graded a PSA 10, so that's super special to me. I'll never sell this card. The very first card in my only God Pack I ever pulled out of Nightfall was a PSA 10 Jack Frost. How crazy is that? What do we got next? Hey, Mike Waddell, everyone's favorite creator caster. So PSA 9, serialized out of $2.99 from Topps. These are very hard to get as PSA 10. And then another one, PSA 9, so nothing too crazy there. What do we got next? Actually, you know what? I'll put the cards out of the screen and then you can't see the grade. So we have the Prism Aura with the eBay stamp. PSA 9. Just had to get it slabbed. I mean, that is absolutely crazy how good that looks. Oh my goodness. And next, we have a Mothman, full holo from Nightfall. Now what's special about this is I bought this card you're looking at for $1 Canadian from a Canadian auction. No one else bid on it. It was $5 Canadian shipping, so I paid $6 Canadian total for this card. And I thought, you know what? That's epic. I bought the best card in Nightfall during the MetaZoo dip for $1 Canadian, like 72 cents American. What is it grade? Boom! PSA 10, and I paid $1 Canadian. That is absolutely bonkers. 72 cents American, and it graded a PSA 10. Now that's a good story. Oh, but what do we got here? Full holo Mothman, first edition, Kryptonation. And we have another one right here. So, way back on May 11th, 2024, Nick Strength Pokemon's birthday, in the afternoon, I opened up a booster box. And I pulled both of these. And what did they grade? Well, first one got a PSA 10. And this is the first time I've ever pulled a full holo Mothman first edition Kryptonation out of a booster box. Or, well, period, out of any product from first edition. And the second one also graded a PSA 10. So that is insane. Here, let's get them both in the picture there. I mean, the first two I ever pulled out of a booster box, and it took me, what, I think 7 or 8 Kryptonation first edition booster boxes to finally pull a full holo Mothman. And I pulled 2 in the same box, and they both graded PSA 10. That's insane, and now they're sequentially numbered, which is nice. But look what's next. We're not done. Oh, we got a Mothman from Topps Chrome. Green refractor, so serialized out of 99. What's crazy about this, the first time I sent it to PSA, they wouldn't grade it. They said, does not match the holder or some crap. I don't know, they wouldn't grade it, so I sent it back because it looked amazing. I was like, I think this is going to get a 10. And oh yes, it got a 10. That is bananas. And what do we have next? The elusive Hero Quest Mothman. I bought this card for $175 American. Raw. And the guy was holding it in his hand with his fingers in the video. I was like, it looks good, but he's holding it not even in a penny sleeve. I was like, man, if there's even a thumbprint on it, it's not going to get a PSA 10. But I thought, it's a Hero Quest Mothman for $175. So I figured, you know what, that is quite a bit of money for a dead card game. But Hero Quest Mothman, I mean, I collect MetaZoo. I was like, this is my only chance to get this card at a relatively low price. And, you know, what if it grades a PSA 10? I don't know what it's going to grade. But I thought, who cares? Even if it grades like a PSA 6 for whatever reason, it's still a Hero Quest Mothman. It doesn't even matter. I mean, how many people have this in their collection? There's a lot of big collectors in MetaZoo, and a lot of them do not own this card. So I thought, you know what? Let's do it. So let's just get up close and personal. The zombie Mothman, how crazy is that? And yeah, it graded a PSA 10. So that was pretty good, $175 risk. It paid off big time. And yeah, so that's the end of my submission. So I just wanted to get this on video before the end of the year, because this, for me, was a steal of a deal of the year award winner for myself, for personally everything that I collected and picked up during the MetaZoo dip. Buying a raw Hero Quest Mothman, zombie Mothman, and getting it back as a PSA 10. Yeah, so for me, that's the top of the mountain for 2024. That is my steal of a deal of the year award winner for my personal collection. But I mean, at one point I did buy this raw during 2024, and it graded a PSA 10. So that's pretty crazy too. And then buying this for $1, I mean, that's a steal of a deal. It doesn't match up to that, but $1. I know these still only sell for maybe like not even $30 American as PSA 10s, but let's get a little group picture there of my 3 steals of a deal for 2024. I bought all of these raw, and they all graded PSA 10s. And that's one thing I'll never forget about MetaZoo. Well, since I've been in MetaZoo since July 31st, 2021, it's amazing how many MetaZoo cards that I bought online raw that graded PSA 10s. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the other stuff I collect, whether it's UFC, hockey, Pokemon, whatever, when you buy a card online raw, usually the person that's selling it knows it's not going to get a PSA 10, and that's why they're selling it raw. Because if they thought it legit had a chance of being a PSA 10, they wouldn't be selling it raw, you know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because there are other cards from this submission I sent in that got PSA 9s. Like, so yeah, just one Dragon Ball Super, one hockey card. But look at all the UFC cards that I sent in that got PSA 9s, right? Like a lot. A lot of them. Still pretty cool. That one's serialized out of 49. That's pretty badass. But, I mean, for the MetaZoo submission, every card that I thought could get a PSA 10 got a PSA 10. I mean, I knew these probably weren't going to get a PSA 10. I just wanted them slabbed because I think they're cool. This one I knew wasn't going to get a PSA 10, but I just wanted it slabbed, right? This way it's protected, and it's just a beautiful looking card. I can care less what the grade for that was. And then this for me is like my own personal trophy card. The first card I ever saw out of a God Pack from Nightfall booster box. Jack Frost, PSA 10. One of my favorite characters in Nightfall as well. I think one of the sleeper pulls. Whenever you open up Nightfall, you're thinking like Mothman, Wendigo, Grim Reaper, Injured Cold, Headless Horseman, Headless Coal Miner, Righteous Reckoning. But it's easy to forget about Jack Frost, but anyone that pulls this is like, oh shit, I pulled Jack Frost, so that's really cool. Anyways, I'm babbling now. I'm just a little excited. And I'm doing a weird little recap in the end of the video here. And the very first 2 Full Hollow Mothman I ever pulled out of a booster box, both graded PSA 10. That's insane. And that's the thing about MetaZoo. The card quality was actually pretty damn amazing. And to get one from Topps Chrome as a PSA 10, we all know how insane that is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Steal of a Deal award winner. Steal of a Deal award winner for myself. Right there. Let's get him some better lighting. Let's move him over a slot here. You know what? You should be in the middle, right? If you're the number 1, you should be in the middle. Gold medal. I would still say silver medal My second best steal of a deal of the year is this card, even though it's not worth as much as these two. And third place bronze would be this one. And this gets silver because I paid $1 for it. I know I keep repeating it, but I paid $1. 72 cents American. And a graded PSA 10. Legendary. And if you made it this far in the video, look what we're going to be talking about in a future video when I get this card graded. I bought this one. I featured this in eBay sales report before. This is like a slice line when you use the razor to open up the pack of cards. But yeah. How many people own one of these cards? And what do you think the value of this would be in the future? Crazy. Anyways, comment below. And you know what? Let me know what your steal of a deal of the year was. Like, what was a card you bought on eBay raw that you got graded and got a PSA 10? Or even if you didn't grade it or didn't grade a PSA 10 or whatever, what was the craziest thing you picked up on eBay from the dip of MetaZoo? And we'll just show this towards the end credits here. Absolutely bonkers to buy this raw and get it as a PSA 10. Damn. Actually, you know what? Earlier in December here, I believe one of these as a PSA 9. Sorry, a CGC 9. So for like $280 or something. So, and I bought this for $175 raw. But this one, MetaZoo was dead. Like, no one gave a crap about MetaZoo when I bought this. And look at that, Zombie Mothman. There's a lot of crazy collectors watching this video right now. And you don't have this in your collection yet. So I guess this is my flex. There's a lot of cards in those collectors' collections that I'll never own that are pretty damn crazy too. But this is my crazy flex of 2024 for my collection. And we'll talk about this in the future. Anyways, comment below. I'm taking too long in this video. Just all excited. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.